What the Jack is up, everybody? Andrew here, back at it again with episode 6 of the progression series. It has been sunny star for us, and we are in the true off period for the game, at least for one to 2 more weeks until we get drip fed some information of the next patch. But yeah, it's very okay to take a break from the game this time around. Go play the games, and if you're still playing MapleStory, yeah, you may have a problem. Speaking of which, let's see what I made during my games this week and what I plan to do going further. I don't have a problem, you do. Alright, let's bring up the spreadsheet. Alrighty, so we've got the main overview. Some things that I have changed up here is that the, or is it? The Dawn Warrior is actually getting, yeah, I know, marked here, it's getting. Dawn Warrior is no longer doing Golix. Dawn Warrior has graduated from Golix. Because it's a Ctene mule, you only need one set of superior gear, so it's graduated from Golix. Very nice. Unfortunately, all the other characters are still doing it. So, they're also way more. I need to, look, I'll come back to the review. Mainly the main point is that the Kanna is actually now getting the 7 month bucks. We can change that. Do want to get this up to at least 270, so it's getting the 7 month bucks, and then for progress for the guild castle, yeah, we made this is going to take at least 12 weeks, judging from these rates, about 12 weeks to get everything. This, if I don't get any drops from Ctene, yeah, this is going to take half a year. Goodness gracious. So into chrono spending, so quick overview of the gains I made. It was about what, 4-ish bill for the blaster, about 20 bill for the Hayato, and then the rest of it went into the Kanna. So we can go into a breakdown. Written it here. We spent about 71.8 bill and made just under 80 bill worth of gains. So pretty good. We were above average. Made gains. Hayato didn't make gains. If Hayato was on average, she would have been even higher. Hayato spent 4 bill more than I needed to, but the other two, especially the blaster, kind of held it. Alright, and for the Ren, we had just under 37 bill for the day. We're going to the Ren gains. We're not, straight away. Let's do it. Alright, so, the Ren. Last time we left off at 172 mil CP. And we have spiked and broken through the 200 mil bracket. This is also even higher than it should be because this is without Black Card. With Black Card, it's an additional 14 mil. So yeah, the Ren made some crazy gains. How crazy? Well, let's have a look. So as you can see, my inventory is looking far better, as we've removed all of the superior items from the inventory. I still have some belts here that need to be yeeted out of existence because this is 22 star, this is 22 star, this is 22 star, this one at 21 star, this one at 22 star, and it's remained the same at 21 star, and my arcanes actually went up. I had hang on, let's go back to here. We can look. Last week I had one of each, and I think I got 2 spares from Black Mage, one from last month, one from this month, and yeah, for the breakdown, you can see here that I had 37 bill, and I made 65 bill worth of gains, which is actually ridiculous. Incredible high roll on the Ren. Managed to make a 23 star Mason ring and transfer it to the pendant, and also rolled 3 line on it, which is ridiculous. I also rolled double prime on the Daybreak. But yeah, the Adele, sorry, this is the Ren. The Ren 8. Now, some of it will be fleeting, as this title is only good for another 3 weeks, and of course, I am using a raw 6 for 2 more months, give or take. Did get lucky with a new familiar that joined the squad. We're now at a cheeky double prime, so not double prime, double line. So I'll be keeping this probably for a long time. No bosses yet, so our fam setup is now 3 lines of 6% attack power. As for Maple Scouter, managed to get it to work finally. We went up. So I think this one's actually with the fairy, not the fairy heart, the black heart. A little skewed, but more or less it's about this. If not, I can just use the other black heart I have in the inventory. 4k hexa, which is a pretty good, pretty significant increase. Bosses, the main noticeable one is what we're trying now is that hard Sarad one from about, it's 177% up to 216. So this should be, I think, between a 12 to 15 minute run now, which is pretty good. I've been doing some practicing and I can get out of phase 1 within like 3 minutes. Very nice. I'm just now dying a lot in phase 2. The more practice needs to happen. And again, after this game, I did do Black Mage again and it was much easier. Yeah, after Hard Saren, got to learn all the other mad lads as we climb the boss list. But yeah, that's the the Ren actually killed it. Incredibly lucky. This Black Bean mark is also 20 stars, and I don't have it here, but I'm actually wearing the KT. I think the KT is a little bit more damage, so we pop over to the game. Here's the slime ring. You get, oh, there it is. You can see that I get 160k less range with the slime ring. Slime rings in this character are a little cursed. I've burned through so many of these, and again, the highest star is 18. It is what it is. Definitely worth it since the other games I did make. As for where to take this character next, well, its gear is still quite, include this, but the pots on the gear are still quite bad. Right now I'm just slowly working on making sure everything is at least fake 3 line. So we still have what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 pieces still fake 3 line. The emblem's also fake 3 line. Secondary could use some work, but it's okay-ish. And of course the weapon. If everything becomes 3 line, that's probably the biggest spike we can go from. As for Force, ideally pendants go up to 22, but it's not a priority. Especially since, well, the pendant I can just wear forever basically. I'll be keeping this pendant for a long time. Even when I move away from Superior, this pendant will be with me for the rest of the game. I just need now more spare so I can boost it up to higher stars. Don't really want to make another one, but we'll see what happens. Mainly the most important thing is getting the shoulder and shoes at 21 stars and then pushing these through to 22. And then of course we're reaching a threshold where really the next big game that can actually be achievable rather than having to wait for RNG is of course swapping out the CRA pieces for Eternals. So based on this list, I need to start clearing some of these grandest bosses. So Kelos, and look, if I wanted to do solo prog, I can beat my head against the wall and do normal Kelos, normal adversary by myself, and then also do e-culling. I can get like a one piece of gear every like 20 or so weeks. Reasonable, or possible, but is it reasonable? Yeah. So I may have to find a pug, which is not too bad. 25% for Chaos, and even now I can just join a party to make things easy for normal. Again, for culling as well, I can join up a party, but need to do the homework, need to learn the mechanics, and I can also do X-Slot, which would be kind of cool. I can do well over 50%, do a cheeky duo or trio, and start being in a rotation for some real controls. But yeah, as I said, it is easier said than done. But this is where they're at. It's in a fantastic spot. It really will be fun to take it to Ctene next week and just absolutely blow up all the bosses with all these gains. It won't be as much as because I am Black Heartless, but I can restore it. But I may not restore it for a while. We'll see what happens. I just realized I didn't have this up, but I was looking at the sheet of the percentages there. 65% for X-Lot, 43% for normal culling. Chaos culling, I'm a little yikes. May have to do a bit more gearing before I even think about joining this party. Kind of crazy that extreme versions of these two are lower spec. Okay, there is a level difference. I'm not sure I'm high enough. I don't even know what level hard culling is. Well, there goes my knowledge of the game. Alright, still lots and lots to do. Yeah, focus on the rent is wrap when I can, slowly build up some money, and I'm not sure if look, it all depends. Like right now, there isn't really much I need to spend on. The bosses that I can do, I can clear pretty easy. I just need to learn the mechanics. So yeah, the Ren right now is pretty much, I want to say at the start, or no, in the middle of mid game. I think mid game ends, or the back part of mid game is when you get your internal free pace. Then you can start approaching late game once you do Limbo and Baldrix, or some shoes and some gloves. Okay, but in the shop. The Ren made some fantastic gains. Now let's move on to the Adele. The Adele unfortunately has remained in purgatory. It is losing its inflated CP, or its retired CP, as I have not touched this character ever since returning, even though it can make some pretty significant gains. I, however, included an upgrade path of what needs to be done. I don't know when it'll be done, but what needs to be done. Mainly, I'm looking forward to, I'm hoping, again, March 17th, 18th comes in with the balance changes, so the Adele is better and easier to play. A quick overview. I need to make a 23-star Dom, transfer it to 23-star Superior Pendant, or make a 24-star Dom, but I have 7 level 140 pendants, which is not a lot to go for 24 stars. But I do have 2 Superior Pendants, and I can get more, which is something. And I also can use Star Cores to revive the Superior Pendants. That's something to consider. Of course, got a 22-star the Arcanes. They are still all 20-star. I need to get a Raw 4. The Cont 4 right now isn't really doing it, but it is better than a Raw 3. And then I do have to start doing Hard Sarah and a Black Mage for the chances of Mitchell Journey patches, which are one-time things. And eventually I'll get a book from Will, and hopefully an ET as well from Blue. This is all just the pitch waiting room. It is what it is. Everyone deals with it. Yeah, join Elot for a duo, or a trio for Total Control, and then join the Grandest bosses for internal CRA pieces. But yeah, that's kind of the trajectory of this. It honestly doesn't really need any much more investment. If I do want to just keep it as a Legion champion, we'll see what happens. I don't really want to be playing it or leveling it up further without either a cash shop transfer event so I can give it the back pet, or if we do get universal cash shop. Alright, time for the Blaster, one of the first who made some gains during this event. We gained, 141 mil from last week up to 146 mil. 5 mil CP increase, which is not too bad considering it was only 1 item. We are now finally back to being 4 sets of pure Golics, and with it I was able to nuke all of the reinforced earrings. Very good feeling. Now going forward, what's next for the Blaster? While it is difficult to play, it is geared quite well, so it's like, why don't I just cop it up the chin and keep going? I think it also now is 264. Was it 264 last week? It was. Anyway, it gained a fat 1% over a week. Alright, but yeah, it was going to cost 10.4 bill to get the cheeky 12-star monocle that I had at 22-star. Sorry, it wasn't the monocle, it was the reinforced earrings, but it actually cost 4 bill, which is great. For its upgrade path, monocle to 22, then 3-line it, slime ring to 22, then 3-line it. and then get the arcades from 18 star to either 21 or 22. Probably would settle 21 if I do bring it that to that level. It will get a decent boost from a flamed and cubed lib weapon, but the blaster does have a pretty good arcane weapon, so we'll see how much it actually increases. It's also ready to transfer a 22 star pennant for an instant 21 star Source of Suffering. And of course, leveled it up to 275 to 280 for some bonus damage against bosses and some symbols. Now for the Hayato was quite greedy during the Star Force event. However, as shown in the previous video, it has now liberated, and we are just shy of 100 mil CP. Talk about a glow up. Look at the range gain from this weapon. But a pretty decent pot for very cheap. I think this was, and this was 3 cubes. No, this was, I bought a pack of like, I think 20 blacks and cubed it up, and then with the remaining blacks, this one just gave me this. Like, cool, I'll settle. So I did 18 star all 4 pieces of its arcane gear, and instead of costing 16.7 bill, it cost 4 bill more. Not the worst, but still, it is what it is. And a cheeky screenshot of some of the rates I've been getting on the Hayato in Odium. Just not too bad. I mean, I think it was with boosters, but still pretty good. Yeah, the Hayato is sitting pretty damn nice. Managed to get at least 1 line stat on some of the arcanes. And it's nearly breaking. But look at its IED. Insane. That's unbuffed at 98.2 because we have 3 lines of it, which is ridiculous. But we do have a cracked secondary pop, so it kind of makes up for it. But yeah, lots of work to do on the Hayato still. Simple upgrade path. The ET still 17 stars. We got a 3-line all the gear. Still make the Dom pendant and or the 2 pendant slots to 21 star since they are both still 18. Gonna give it a plasma heart as well, so it does require me to do solo e-calling. It could happen. I don't know, doubtful it will happen this much. Unless I can do it on the Ren and it'll work on Chronos. We'll see what happens. Also have to gear up a slime ring for it. I think both of these rings are 21 star. The reinforce just went. And then of course get it to 275 to 280. Bonus boss damage and symbols. Alright. Now for the Kanna, this was the main project for Sunny Star Force. I wanted to get this to Ctene level where I could solo it all so I could start progressing on liberating. And last week it was 30.4 mil, and this week, look at that spike. That is a 20 mil CP gain, and it can get even higher. Got our first ever map. Damon thought it was kind enough to drop one for the Kanna who was just dipping her toes back into becoming a actual Ctene boss mule. And yes, with all these gains made, Ctene was cleared. And this Kanna is now a weekly Ctene boss mule, which is quite good. But before the Twilight Mark dropped and the map dropped, I did use the rental gear. This 2 pieces of rental gear boosted the Kanna's range up to like, it was like I think 42 mil, it went up to 53 mil. So it was a significant increase and made doing Dark Nun Healer a lot easier. They did still take both 15 minutes. I think Healer was first try, which is great, but Dark Null, I lifed out at like 15% on the first try, which was quite sad. Yeah, very happy with the gains the Kanna made. We had, what, 2 level... This was 3. Yeah, let me fix this. I think the cost is still the same. Oh no, 2 level 3. No, this is right. So, I did... Let me go back here. We had a bunch of Renmaru gear that I just tiered up. Didn't bother with safeguarding any of this, as we just had infinite bears, which is made the cost go down quite a bit. And as for cost, it was about 52.5 bill. Overall, we only had 47 bill, and we managed to get 5 bill under, which is quite good. Still a lot of purple here, some bit of yellow as well. So still a big opportunity for gains for the Kanna. There's not really not much to say about this, but on the up. Also got the cheap little upgrade path. I am putting some resources into it to level it up because there are the 2 big boy potions. I want to get this kind of to at least 268 before they used to expire. Not sure when they will, since there's no information. Maybe it's on the main page. I'll have to check it out. But yes, get it to 75, ideally. I need to Star Force a Twilight Mark, map, secondary, and weapon to 18 stars. The secondaries, managed to get the secondary with the funds I got from the Ctene after Star Force to 17 stars. The weapon is still 15, Twilight Mark 12 stars, but it's still a gain. And the map is stars as well. And now that I did drop a map, I could give this thing the one that I have on Chronos if I wanted a bit more damage. I don't think I need that. Outside from that, just need to cube everything back to legendary, give everything a fake 3-line pod, then cube weapon secondary for 2-3 useful lines. I need to go crazy on the weapon, because I technically can clear Ctene, I just need to just tough it out. So may not need to do it. If I wanted faster runs, I can. And the pendants haven't been touched, so I have to work on the Dawn pendant and transfer it over, and then take a day break and wear it. And of course, coming up, I think it's this Sunday, either that or it's the Sunday after that, there'll be a 50% off honor event. And the Kanna, didn't allude it's listed here, but it has a decent amount of honor that will change the inner ability to +1 passive and get a decent amount. Alright. Now for the Ctene boss mules that are on the up and up. So the Shade, it should be done with Arcane Symbols by March 16th. And then I realized, where am I going with the Sacred Symbols? I thought, you know what, let's cap it out. And it's nearly got enough spares till level 8. So it'll be done level 8 on March 13th, so cool. I'll cap it there, and then probably once it's like Odium, Hotel Arcus, get into level 5 or something, so it's rather simple. Not much else has happened to the Shade. It gained like, what, 2% during dailies. And it's accruing spares. But yes, what happened to its upgrade path? I think that Lynn stole it. But yeah, I have a generic one for the 3 characters. I'll be slowly followed. I do ideally want to get this guy up next Star Force event. It is the main goal of next Star Force event. Since the Kanna can already do Ctene, it won't need much additional boons to continue doing that. But it's rather time now to work on the others. But yeah, got to some decent CP gains just from leveling up symbols. And I think event sets as well. It's always something to be aware of. But yeah, it's nearly done. What happened to my... Okay, I just disappeared. Alright, game. Let's see how. Okay. Yeah, Dawn Warrior faced similar gains. It'll be done with Arcane Symbols March 17th, right before patch, which is quite good. That's like 2 projects basically done before Wild Hunter gets into the mix. Also accruing spares. One thing I do want to do for these Ctene meals is to actually gear up, because most of the gear it's wearing now will eventually be replaced for better gear, but it's still legendary, so we can just cube it to drop gear and be good about it. Because it's not that expensive to get 9 lines of drop. If you're not going for hybrids, very easy. And it'll just make accruing spares much easier, especially spares from Golix. I think there's a strat where you can farm level 140 earrings infinitely. I'm not sure if that still exists, but I don't really want to have to resort to that. Alright, final showcase is the Lynn. The Lynn is also on the up and up. I think it's gained a decent amount. 3 levels. Sorry. Yeah, 3 levels and about 1 mil CP. It's quite good. It's got a bit of work to do before it's finished with the Arcane Symbols, and yeah, similar thing, just this is what we're doing. I'm not sure if I will touch it with Challenge Award money yet. I think they'll just continue doing dailies, but it is nice to see how far this come, because 6 weeks ago, it was a little gut. It was 1.5 mil CP, 219. But yeah, you can see this is what, yeah, 6 weeks worth of dailies, and it's 252. It's, yeah, we've got the Legion effect fully now, and now we're just boosting it up to become a Ctene boss bill. It is nearing a completed reinforced set, which would be a decent boost in damage, and then it will have 2 more months left to go before it can retire from that. But yeah, that's overall everything's done. We have a cheeky little look at this and to see the overview. I think this is probably we'll replace the overview page soon. But this is ideally where everything's going. Ideally, want to have 6 Legion champions and then 7 Ctene mules. We're slowly getting there. Yeah, that's we're actually running a little shorter this time. It's not going to be another 30-minute banger like last week. Yeah, thank you for all watching. I hope you'll have a jucking good day, and I will catch you all next time.